Yo, what's up, YouTube? Peace, positivity, self-awareness, and motivation. Today's question comes from a subscriber. Listen, guys, you're free to shoot me questions via my Instagram, or you can make sure to check me out at chishazed@gmail.com and shoot me an email if you have a more private question that you'd like to ask. Let's get into this next question. This subscriber asked, I'm 17 and I haven't had much luck with the girls. Most probably because I am an introvert who is boring, as I've been told. This year, I'm on a mission to change that though. I follow your channel and the RP so that I can learn more about women's nature and mindset. So I just want to ask, do you think girls/women is a numbers game where the only way to get 3 or 4s is to approach as many as possible? And that was the question that was asked to me on my community page. All right, so I know this guy is a lot younger than most people who probably follow my channel, but many of you can still learn from his experience. We've got a young guy here who's struggling to attract women. And from what I read so far, from what I can see, this man wants to bust cheeks. That's what he wants. He's tired of struggling with women and wants to be out here knocking these 3 or 4s down. Here's how I know that he wants to bust cheeks, right? Because I know a lot of you are probably thinking I'm going to say the same thing I've always said. Listen, you need to improve yourself so that you can go out here and knock down as many 3 or 4s as possible. That's not what I'm going to say. That's not what I'm going to say. Why? Because, hey, there's a difference between making yourself into the type of man who has leverage and women are chasing him, and the type of guy who's probably a virgin. Yes. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to be honest with you. When I read this, this is kind of screaming out virgin to me. And this was on a public comment section, so I'm sure he didn't want to say that publicly. So I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually was a virgin or felt like he was inexperienced when it came to dealing with women sexually. In fact, a lot of men are. Bottom line, this man wants to bust cheeks. This is different from a man who wants to make himself the type of man who other women see him as the prize. This is a guy who just wants to improve his sexual experience. And a lot of younger guys feel this way. When I was younger, I felt this way. I felt like I didn't really have as much experience as most women have. I'm talking about women. Notice I said most women, not men. There's a study that I shared on a recent conversation I had with some people. The study actually said there are more virgins 25 and under than there are virgin women 25 and under, meaning women are out here exercising their options and they're getting their freak on, right? They're freaks straight up. Don't let them convince you otherwise. They're getting clapped from the backside fast, not slow. So for most women, this is how it goes, right? They judge you as a man for wanting to improve your sexual options, meaning the women that you have an option to sleep with. They judge you. Why? Because for them, they can sort of write it off as an accident, right? Oh, I texted this guy, and they want to play that, they want to have plausible deniability. They don't want to look like they set it up because men are the hunters. So yeah, I just invited him over and, we're watching Netflix and one thing turned into another and I really didn't want to do it, but it just happened. And then it happened a second time. And then it happened a 10th time. And then it happened the 20th time. And now you've got a 50 body count as a woman, and all it just happened. I was just crazy and young, and I want to make things very clear. She didn't have to do much work to get a guy to bust those cheeks. She didn't. So as a 17-year-old man, this guy's basically asking, hey, I want to know, how can I bust cheeks as fast as possible? And I'm going to answer that question right now. Here, guys, you got to really follow me on this because I'm not somebody who really likes to advocate that men should go out here and sleep around. You shouldn't be chasing women to just sleep around with women and trying to rack up as many bodies as possible. What you should be doing is focusing on yourself. It may take time. But focus on yourself to make sure that you're making yourself the type of person that when a woman looks at you, you're the better deal and she's pursuing you while you are also pursuing her. But here's the truth. When you're 17 years old or you're 25 years old, or even when you're 30 years old, you might not yet have reached your full earning potential, or even 35 to 40. We know that men reach their full earning potential past 40, right? About 45 to 55. You might not be at your peak, or maybe even on the rise. And I wouldn't expect a guy who's 17 years old to have the type of resources that women would be attracted to see him as the best option. So what does that mean? Well, I don't expect you to just sit there with a dry joystick and just wait it out till you're making more money. That's what most people tell you. Because if I say, hey, just focus on yourself and make more money, well, so what are you going to do between now and probably age 25? What, you're just going to jack off? No, I understand this stuff, man. This is real life. And you want to know how to bust cheeks? I'm going to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you. So yes, you're right. When it comes to busting cheeks, it is a numbers game. You're going to need to approach more women. And on top of that, stay on your purpose, on your passion, and improve yourself, right? The man that loses in the very end is the man who just focuses on women, because eventually women will realize that you're nothing but a bum, no matter how good your game is. So guys, here is a crash course on how to improve your game so that you can attract and bag and bust as many cheeks as possible, right? If you guys want a full detailed course to this, make sure that you join my Patreon, because they're going to get full detailed course on how you go about this. But here you go. I'm going to give you guys a teaser right now. Number 1, be a practitioner. Be a practitioner. You have to be out here approaching women. You have to make sure that you're actually out here approaching women. Here's the best way to go about this. If you're the type of guy who is confident and you have no trouble going out here and approaching women, cool. Go out here and approach women, and don't look at these women and try to figure out different types of like catchy pickup lines. That's corny. Don't promise these women that you're going to take them out to the most fancy date. You're not going to get laid, right? You're not going to bust those cheeks, bro. Treat her like she is an average person, and you talk to women like her all the time. Keep it simple. More on that later. But you got to be out here approaching women. You have to be someone who is practicing approaching women, and you'll get better with time. Now, if you're shy right now and you're afraid and you're thinking, oh no, approaching women, man, I've never really done that before. Here's some advice I'll give you. For the next 2 weeks, write it in your calendar. After you're done watching this video, go back to your calendar and mark it down. For 2 weeks, I want you to literally just say hi to every attractive woman who you come across. You don't have to ask her for her number. You don't have to do too much. If you can do this and you're disciplined enough to do this for about a month, you'll be even better off. I want you to spend the next 2 weeks to a month, depending on what you choose, just saying hello and hi to every woman that you find attractive. In fact, when you first start out for that first week, I actually want you to say hi and start a conversation with any woman that you come across. And then after that first week, then kind of, narrow it down to women who you just find attractive. Women who you wouldn't mind pursuing something sexual with. Not a relationship, man. Here we're talking about strictly busting those cheeks fast, not slow. You feel me? Next, get your image in order. Image is important. You are a brand. You gotta, guys, we live in a totally different generation. And you guys who are out here who don't want to care how you dress, you go to the cheapest place, Walmart, or wherever you want to go buy clothes, which is cool. I bought some shirts from Walmart, but you're not intentional with the type of style that you're actually trying to achieve. Women look at that and it lowers their attraction. So what does that mean? Embrace Whatever it is you are truly as a person, if you are a musician, dress like a musician, whatever that means to you, right? I'm sure like a rapper dresses different from somebody who does like jazz and that type of stuff. Go figure out a way that you can express that through your wardrobe. Women psychologically are more drawn to people and experiences than men are. So you've got to put yourself in a position where a woman can look at you and say, hey, I want to experience that guy. When a woman goes out and says, you know what, I want to bang a bunch of guys, she's thinking, okay, I want to bang the buff guy, the gym rat, you know what I mean? I want to bang the business dude. And I also want to bang the bad boy who's in the streets. And you know what? I like the artist guy. And you know what? How about this guy who's really into animals? Find out who you are and brand yourself and make that more easily noticeable so that when a woman meets you, she kind of has an idea of where she can place you, because women psychologically are more attracted to experiences and they want to experience people. So don't minimize the importance of style. Of course, you guys knew it was coming. Find your purpose and focus on that. If you're somebody who wants to bust more cheeks out here in the streets, right? You want to bag as many 304s as possible because you know. And guys, listen. All women have been through a 304 phase. They've all been 304s at one point or the other. But you want to find women who are in that phase in most cases because they'll be easier to bang, right? Just keeping it real with you. But when you're out here, you can't just be focused on women. You can't. Because then you just be a simp, right? If a woman is your focus, you're putting her on a pedestal. You've got to be intentional about making sure that you're keeping your purpose in life and your passion in life number one. You don't know what your passion is? Find something that you like, try it out, stick to it. Stick to it. Pursue it. This is something that's maybe outside of your job. If you're not passionate about your work, you're into music, you want to build software, you're into graphic design, whatever it is, dog, I don't know, right? But whatever it is, find that thing and be passionate about it and work and figure out how you can use your purpose and your passion to make more money and work on that day by day and make sure that that woman comes second after that thing. So guys, real quick, I just want to make this clear as well, right? This is the same on dating apps as it would be in real person. If you're on a dating app, keep it simple. Same thing, right? The more you swipe, the more women who you approach in real life, the more chances you have in finding that woman who's down for you to bust those cheeks fast, not slow. So yeah, you want to swipe like a maniac. This is just what it is. I'm gonna keep it all the way real on women who you find attractive, of course. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Dating apps are like Vegas for women. What do I mean by that? If you've never been to Vegas, and this guy's 17 years old, so I'm assuming he hasn't been, eventually you're gonna go check out Vegas. Most places, clubs, right, when you turn 21, you're gonna learn that places like clubs, Vegas, dating apps, they cater to women, right? Women don't have to pay as much to get into a club, or sometimes don't even have to pay at all. Same thing on the dating apps. If you're on a dating app, the only way you're gonna get exposure is if you pay. In most cases, unless you're just ridiculously attractive. You're gonna have to pay for that boost, bro, so that more people can see you. But keep swiping, and make sure you keep that abundance mindset, because I'm telling you, there are more than 3 billion women in this world. There will be a woman out there who will swipe right on you, and then it's on. If you want more direction and more detail and a lot more detailed guidance in how you can make yourself the most attractive man possible, make sure to join my Patreon. Search me on Patreon, Shisha Zed. In fact, I'm going to have everything pinned in the comment down below. Join my Patreon, and also make sure to leave your email for my course coming up, The Alpha Mentality. how to win with women and dating online. My name is Shisha Zed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
I'm a walking Liberty Bell. Freedom ring through my stride. Freedom to be inside and be a slave to my pride and ride away to scream. Man, this love's so serene. I should probably shake it up just a little bit.